Hey everybody, happy Easter. It's Sunday morning, and here at Wolf Haven Farm we got about 6 or 7 inches of snow overnight, but it's already melting. So it'll be gone here probably in the next couple days because we were warm all last week, and it will just continue to warm up now. But we thought we'd show you, hopefully, thought we'd show you a few more changes to the house. And so I'm going to swing around here. So this is where we are upstairs. This is the upstairs bathroom. A couple changes in here. They have framed an attic up here. The reason that they've done that is we need to put in an air conditioning unit up here. So the one thing about the plans, it didn't really show how the ductwork would run through the rooms. And so the HVAC guys have been working with Dan to figure out how to run all the ductwork. And so they came to the conclusion that they needed to put a little mini attic in above the bathroom, which is fine because you don't really need a cathedral ceiling in a bathroom. So that will go up there. And the plumber was out. So we've got the plumbing in. So that is the change in that room. And then this is Mike's office. And the only change in here is they have gone ahead and framed out this area. So this was supposed to be a closet. And then this one is the backside of the linen closet. So this will be closed in right here, but that will be the closet doors. And then because we have the cathedral ceiling, we just suggested they leave it open and we can use it for storage. Otherwise it's wasted space. And so we're going to have all that extra great storage up above the closet and linen closet and access will be from Mike's office. No other changes to this bedroom over here because the next changes will be electrical. So Jeff will be coming out to do the electrical pretty soon and get all that put in. So we are going to head downstairs and show you a few changes there. So now we're back in the foyer. A couple decisions we've just made for the foyer is we are going to leave it the cathedral ceiling. So that'll be finished drywall, and then we're going to hang a chandelier here in the foyer because that'll look amazing with these double doors going out the back of the house, and then the front door here going out, well, front versus back, it depends on how you look at it. The guys have also finished the porch area, so that's going to be our driveway, so we'll come into the house from that direction. And they've gone ahead and tongue and grooved the ceiling in it, which looks great. You may also notice there's paint on the walls. So the house has been painted. And this door is there. It's not completely done, but it's sitting there right now.
And it's not opening the way we wanted it to, but
Yeah, we thought it was going to open out, but it opens in. But it's fine. So the green looks a little minty in this light, but it's not really. And it kind of blends in nice to the landscape, which is good. So they've put in these double doors. So when you come in the foyer, you can go out these double doors. There's going to be a patio area here that's going to have a path that wraps around the side of the house there to the balcony that goes off the back of the main room. They did have to make an adjustment here as well because this was intended to be originally 6'8" doors, and there was a mistake made and we got 8-foot doors instead. And so they had to change the roofing structure going out the back. But we all decided to keep the 8-foot doors because they just added that much more light, and we have clearly the ceiling space to do it. So then coming into the great room, it was the same situation here. The doors that came were 8-foot doors instead of 6'8", but again it works out nice because it puts the header beams even with the tops of the windows, and it did just mean that this had to be remeasured. So it's going to be 6 panels per triangle. So the 3 panels that went across the bottom have to be sent back so that smaller ones be sent. And then the guy needs to remeasure the trapezoid part of this just to make sure that it's an accurate measurement before those windows are made. And then this door is here, but the hardware that came with it was for the 6'8" door and not the 8-foot door. So we got the right door but the wrong hardware, so they couldn't install it. So as soon as we get that hardware, that door will be installed. And then as soon as those windows come, they'll be installed. And then after this whole wall gets installed, they'll finish the outside with the board and batten and painting it. But they can't do that until the windows get installed.
Oh, and big news, we have all our cabinets. They all came in, yesterday, day before yesterday?
It came in on Thursday.
Thursday.
So unfortunately, I haven't traveled in 6 months. In the 2 weeks I traveled, the 1 week the bathroom vanities came and the other week the kitchen cabinets came. So Mike's had to deal with this. But luckily the guys here all went down to the storage and helped him unload the truck and unload the trailer into a storage unit.
I took some pictures. I'll post the pictures of the, all the cabinets on the trailer. I had to use the 18-foot trailer, and well, the guy that was driving the semi was a little bit reckless, almost ran over Meshach, and
Our guys.
Danny kind of had to jump a couple of times. So I'll post some pictures of the load on the trailer.
And as far as we can tell, only 2 things are damaged, so we do need to send in paperwork still this weekend on any damage to the cabinets. The damage is more to side panels, so there's going to be an island, and on the island, because the cabinets are back to back on the island, you have to put side panels on to cover that up. The side panels came damaged. So those will be replaced by the company. I just need to submit the paperwork for that to happen. So down in storage, we have the entire kitchen, all the kitchen cabinets, and we have all the bathroom vanities. So those are all in. In here, the other changes are, again, plumbing. So we've got plumbing running everywhere, essentially. So you can see it, it's all up in the ceiling structure. So this plumbing here that I'm looking at is the back of the shower that's in the primary bedroom. So you can see the shower head is there. And then this is a window that's going back. This is the powder room. So this is now the sink area.
Sink is on this side, toilets on that side.
Toilets on this area. We had it flipped, but because of how the boards are in the floor, they couldn't run the piping a certain way. So unfortunately, the toilet is actually next to the door. But, you have to work around these things.
And plumbing for the washer dryers, which will be stackable.
Yep, so we're gonna put stackables in here.
And that'll give us room for a table over here that we can fold laundry on, or
Yeah, it makes the space a lot more useful for us, especially since Mike and I don't need huge washers and dryers. It's just the 2 of us. And we've done fine with a stackable in the cabin, so we're gonna just put a stackable in here.
a bigger stackable.
A bigger stackable, but still a stackable. So I'm going to slide through the wall into something I won't be able to do once it's drywalled. This is the closet. And then if you come in here, here's the plumbing for the commode area in the primary bedroom. And then the pipes coming up for the sink areas. So this area was interesting to figure out. Mike and I had to do several different iterations as to how we wanted to do this area. But what we finally decided on was 2 48-inch cabinets, because we've got over 100 inches of space. And so we're going to do 2 side-by-side 48-inch cabinets here. And so that's where the plumbing is somehow correct for. I'm not sure, because to me it should be centered, and it's not. But Dan assures us it's okay. So that's what's going to go in here, our 2 48-inch cabinets. And then you can see this is coming up from the floor, or from the basement up to the upstairs, because right above me is the bathroom that's upstairs. So you can see the plumbing is on the ceiling for it. So we are going to head downstairs, and you can see that we're going to have to make an adjustment for something downstairs. But here's the rest of the plumbing going up through this wall.
So we're on the steps. These are new steps. If you notice, there's a double step here. So what we had to get away with, or
What we had to do.
what we had to do to get to the point of this passing inspection. So there needs to be this much room for you to walk under the ceiling for some
It
reason.
has to be 7 foot by code. Now, clearly Mike and I can pass under something much shorter, but it has to be 7 foot by code. And so when they made an adjustment to the basement, it actually lowered that distance. And so what the guys did is they had to adjust the steps coming down and then make this a double step here, so that Mike is standing at a lower level, which gives you the 7 foot clearance between that level and up there. And what cracked me up was when we walked through the house with Dan as he was explaining this, he kept telling me to duck to go through the doorway. I'm like, Dan, I'm not near at risk of hitting my head anywhere in this house.
We don't need to do that.
We don't even come close. So that was an adjustment they needed to make. I'm going to pan around because the doors are in down here. So there are French doors here. Those weren't there the other day. So we have the French doors in the basement as well. And so you can see I've got nice big windows, and then I've got the nice French doors. Now, it's still dark down here because it's a basement. So we've determined how to do all the lighting up, basically in the ceiling and stuff to have as much lighting as possible down here. So we did make a lot of adjustments to the electrical. So from the original plan and from what the electrician had estimated, we came back through the house, and that was a video I think we did a couple weeks ago, and made quite a few changes to the electrical because, for two reasons. One is we have things that require more power, like my kilns are going to go across that wall, so they require dedicated lines, so that was a change. The other reason is we're tired of living in a dark house, and I want lights so that it's not dark. And so we did add lighting into the rooms. We rearranged where they originally had the electrical plugs. They weren't logical to us where they were because we're trying to envision how we would lay out the furniture in a room, and the plugs where they were didn't work for us. So we changed that. Upstairs in the spare room where it's going to be the media room, we're going to put a couple dedicated lines there because we'll have the TV and all the electronics running up to that room. And then this side is my art studio side. So the kilns are the big pull on power. Everything else is a minor pull on power, but the kilns need dedicated lines. So those will go on that side. And then this side will be my office side. So this will all be my desk area. So we've got plugs going in here. Now, there is an echo in the room, but two things will change that. One is the walls will be drywalled, so that'll absorb sound, as well as the ceiling. So that will absorb sound. It is going to be, for right now, just a finished concrete floor. We'll have to decide at a later point if we want to change that, but what we're going to have the guys do is just clean it up, stain it, make it look nice, but we're going to leave it as concrete for right now. And then as you go into, this is the downstairs bathroom, the basement bathroom. You can see how the plumbing is in for it. And then this is the one that is a bit of a ceiling mess. So in order to get all the piping from upstairs down and run it through to the mechanical room over here, so they had to drop it all down below the ceiling. So this room, which is going to be a storage room anyways, is going to end up with a drop ceiling. The rest of the rooms are going to have your regular normal drywalled ceiling, but this room is going to have a drop ceiling in it. So that was the only way to figure out how to handle all the piping that had to be run down here. So that was a determination made this week. And then in this room, which is the mechanical room, they're still trying to figure out how to actually do the HVAC. So Frank and his team came out, they provided perspective on it. Dan's going to talk to someone else to get their perspective on it as well, just to make sure that they put everything in the most logical way they can in the house. The alternative to having a unit in the ceiling above the bathroom in the top floor was to have the split units in the walls. I did not want that. So I would rather they just have a unit that's above the bathroom that has the vents into those rooms versus having split units in the rooms. Now, here's the reality. It's really for heat more than AC. So it's kind of the opposite of how we lived in Florida, right? In Florida, air conditioners ran pretty much the entire year. Here, I think we ran the AC in the house once last summer. Couple times maybe. So it's heat more than AC here. This is underneath the staircase, which is going to be pantry space. So that'll get built out and be pantry space. But I think those are the changes. Like when you stand here and look, it's still, there's some good amount of light coming in, and that's a nice patio right here, this concrete. So I can walk right out onto a patio from my office. There will be a balcony above me because right there will be the balcony that comes off the upstairs. But I can walk out onto the nice patio and the hot tub When we get one, it's going to go in that corner, so they're going to do the electrical for it now. So when we get one, we're ready for it. The other change that happened, and I'm not going to be able to get there and keep my shoes dry, is, oh,
There's a river.
yeah, because there's a river. But between that pile of snow and the porta potty is actually a big hole. And in that hole is our water tank. So on Friday or Saturday, one of those, I guess it was Friday, Dan dug the hole, and Saturday they dropped the tank down in. So that is a big change on the outside, because you may have seen the video of us getting the tank, so that's luckily that's in the ground. The other change on the outside is the house has been shingled. And so I'm going to try to find a dry spot that I can stand in so I can show you what the shingles look like. So I walked back around up front so you can see that the house has been shingled. So we both thought that we ordered brown shingles, but they look more gray-green to us, but they actually match the house nice. So it all looks good. But the guys finished that up yesterday, so they were out here on Saturday getting the rest of the shingles in, and it looks like there's like literally a 2 by 2 foot square that doesn't have shingles on it, so they must have run out. Oh, here's a piece on the floor. You know, it's kind of hard to tell when you order them,
I don't know.
because you're looking at a piece that's tiny and you're looking at a picture. But you know what? It looks nice with the paint, so I'm not going to argue with it. Alrighty, so I think those are the changes to the house. Give you another shot here of the property. This morning when we got up, these trees were just heavy with snow, and it's been warming up through the day, so they've slowly melted. But now it's just a muck pond
Yep.
everywhere. So once Manny and his crew finish up, which they've just got a few things to do, and now the roofing is done. So the next big thing is electrical. But Tom has been painting the house, and then he and Dan have been doing some of the finishing touches on some things. But then once we get all of this lumber picked up and out of here, and all the nails picked up and out of here, then we're going to ask the Larsons to come in and bring in some loads to even all this out. So you can clearly see where we have low spots. So we need to even all this out, and we need to push the water away from the house. So the dirt that Dan took out of the pit that he dug for the water tank, he took that dirt up to the other side of the house, because on this side of the house, if you were to look out the kitchen windows, there was probably a 3 or 4 foot kind of gully along the side of the house. So he took all the dirt and brought it up and filled it in over there, and then they're going to pack it. And then they're going to slope it so that it slopes away from the house. So that's where we are. Anything else, Mikey?
I think that's all.
All right. Well, I hope everybody has a wonderful Easter. Hope everybody is staying dry and warm wherever you are. And we'll keep sending updates as they happen. Take care, everybody.
Happy Easter, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.